Hi everyone. In this lesson, we are going to learn English from Barack Obama. So, the speech that made him the president of the United States. So, let's get started. Now, I'm gonna play this video. So, let's learn vocabulary and phrases that he used in the speech. Okay? Okay.
Barack Obama in 2004 was totally unknown. People were saying, I don't know who this guy is. I wonder why they picked him.
Did you hear that word? The word he said unknown. Do you know that word unknown? Unknown is someone you don't know. It's an adjective. It means that not known, unfamiliar, not identified. It means you don't know that person. You never saw him. Let's say the author of the poem is unknown. Means we never hear about that person, you know, for so long. We never heard of them. They traveled to an unknown country. Means which they don't know. They never visited that country, right? They don't know about that country at all. Unknown means you can say if you meet a stranger, you can say he is unknown to me. I don't know him. I'm meeting him for the first time. Okay, let's see.
He had this reputation as a bit of an upstart, as sort of a young, rising figure in the party, but no one knew who this guy was. This was his chance to introduce himself to people.
Tonight is a particular honor for me because, let's face it, my presence on this stage is pretty unlikely. My father was a foreign student, born and raised in a small village in Kenya.
What makes a great political speech is if you can somehow fold your story into this larger American story.
The next thing he says is about his mother's family. His grandfather fought in World War II. He used the GI Bill. They settled in Kansas, so white people could say, he's just like us.
My parents shared not only an improbable love, they shared.
He said improbable. Do you know that word? Have you ever heard that word improbable? This really one of the really great word. It means that it's an adjective, not likely to happen or be true, unlikely. Something that seems surprising, unusual, or hard to believe. So he's saying that he's just um, he's just like as my parents shared not only improbable love. Improbable means the love which is likely to not happen usually, to be true. Not that love is we can never uh, we cannot see that kind of love anywhere. Improbable means like something that seems surprising, unusual. Okay, if you could see example, it's highly improbable that it will snow in the desert. Means it's unusual, it's unlikely, it's not something every day. It snows, right? So now the story sounds improbable, but it might be true. Okay, good job. Let's see.
Shared an abiding faith in the possibilities of this nation. I stand here knowing that my story is part of the larger American story, that I owe a debt to all of those who came before me, and that
He said, "Oh, a debt." Do you know that word? Oh, a debt. Only if you know, which is oh, a debt. Yeah, if you don't know, I'm gonna just explain it. So, owe a debt means, which is to owe money to someone. Like, he owes a debt to the bank, means he owes money to the bank after taking the loan. She still owes a debt of $500 to her friend. Owe a debt. Okay, it means to feel grateful um, to someone for their help, kindness, or influence. It means you don't necessarily owe money, but you owe them respect, gratitude, or thanks. Means it's not necessarily about the money. It's just an expression that you owe them respect or gratitude to them. If you can see, I owe a debt of gratitude to my teachers for their guidance. Yeah, humanity owes a debt to scientists who discovered vaccines, right? So these are really one of the good examples, and also it's a common collocation. Owe a debt of gratitude to be deeply thankful. Okay, we owe a debt of gratitude to the doctors who saved lives during the crisis. So think owe a debt you are not free until you repay. It may be money or gratitude. Okay, so owe a debt. I owe a debt to you. You helped me a lot. Like that.
In no other country on earth is my story even possible.
Going into this speech, we've had 4 years of George Bush, and we felt as a country like we'd grown further apart.
'04 was very much a divisive partisan race. Obama's speech is, in some ways, an antidote to that.
Alongside our famous.
Did you know how he said antidote? Do you know that word? What is antidote? Yes, in here antidote is like it's a noun, means it has two meanings. It has medical as well as figurative meaning. So in here, a substance that stops or reduces the harmful effects of a poison or disease. This is one of the meaning. It's mostly used like a medical um, in sections. If you can see, example, the doctor gave him an antidote for the snake bite. Okay, means to that stops harmful effects of a poison. There is no known antidote for that toxin. Means there is no medicine for that particular disease or something like that. And also figurative uh, meaning is something that works as a remedy, relief, or counterbalance against a bad situation, feeling, or problem. If you can see some examples, laughter is the best antidote to stress, means that's the remedy. Hard work is an antidote to failure. Friendship can be an antidote to loneliness, right? That can remedy and that can give you relief, right? In here, in this video, that person used in some ways an antidote to that alongside are famous. Means it's like a remedy is going to be a relief like that.
Individualism, there's another ingredient in the American saga, a belief as one people. If there is a child on the south side of Chicago who can't read, that matters to me even if it's not my child. If there's a senior citizen somewhere who can't pay for their prescription drugs and having to choose between medicine and the rent, that makes my life poor even if it's not my grandparent. It is that fundamental belief, I am my brother's keeper, I am my sister's keeper, that makes this country work. E pluribus unum, out of many, one.
He gives a speech that presages his entire political message of 2008, which is this sort of post-partisan argument.
Now, even as we speak, there are those who are preparing to divide us. The spin masters, the negative ad peddlers, who embrace the politics of anything goes. Well, I say.
In here, he used the word embrace. Did you know that word, embrace? Embrace is really nice word. It's like a use like a verb, you can say, and also it can be used as a noun. If you can see, verb to hold someone closely in your arms as a sign of love, care, or support. For example, she embraced her friend before leaving, means she holds someone closely in your arms. That's one kind of meaning. It's a sign of love, care, or support. Before leaving, I embraced my mother. Okay. Next meaning is they warmly embraced after years apart. Now, to accept something willingly and gladly. This is another meaning. To accept something willingly and gladly. Please remember, it means he embraced the new job opportunity. We should embrace change instead of fearing it. We should take it. We should accept it. You know, we should embrace the new change instead of fighting over it. And also, it can also have another meaning, to include or taken. Example, The course embraces both theory and practice. Embrace means it can also mean a lot of meanings, you know. And also as a verb, it means the act of holding someone in your hands. If you can see, the couple shared a gentle embrace, right? So, and also he died in the embrace of his family. If you can act of holding someone in your hands, you know, if you can see synonyms for hugging, hug, cuddle, hold, like that. And for accepting, accept, adopt, welcome, support. Okay, so in here, please think of embrace, open arms, like open wide arms, hug, or accept openly. Okay, this really a great way to say embrace, embrace. Great way to use. I recommend you use that word. Okay, embrace is such a nice word to use. It can be anything. So embrace. You can also like say it this way: I embrace my fears because I accept them the way they are. I don't go over them like that. I accept the way they are. Okay? Good job. Now, let's see. Let's see in the speech. Okay?
Say to them tonight, there is not a liberal America and a conservative America. There is the United States of America.
Obama was born with two great gifts. One is his mind, and the other is his ability to speak to large groups of people.
There are three things that Obama does that really makes that speech effective. He wants concrete detail. He likes story.
Yeah, story, when you want to give a speech, make sure you give a speech, in a storytelling format. That will really attract the audience. If you can see concrete, so this is like as a noun, a building material by mixing cement, sand, like that, and water, which hardens into a solid substance. If you can see, the workers poured concrete to build the foundation. The road is made of concrete, means mixing made of. If you can see, if you can see, it's a made of material. If you can see, the road is made of concrete. If it is an adjective, if you can see in here as an adjective, real, solid, specific, not abstract or vague. She gave concrete examples to support her idea. Means not specific, not like real and like solid. Concrete means in here. This is in here. It's used. If you can see in the see, wants concrete details means real, real and solid or specific. If you say we need concrete plan, not just theories, means we need solid plan, concrete plan. The evidence was concrete, leaving no doubt. And in here as a verb, if you can see as a verb, to cover or fix something with concrete. For example, they if you could see this example, they concreted the backyard last week, right? Synonym: specific, definite, tangible, real, solid. Okay, let's see. Did you hear that word? Antithesis? Yeah? Did you hear that word antithesis in here? If you could see in here, see. Antithesis. Do you know that meaning? Antithesis is really one of the advanced word that you could learn. It means the direct opposite of something or someone. Because in here, a literature, a figure of speech where two opposite ideas are put together for contrast. Examples: general use, it is opposite. Love is the antithesis of hate, which is opposite of hate. Her calm personality is the antithesis of her fiery temper, right? So, and poverty is the antithesis of wealth. Now, and here writers use antithesis to create balance or contrast in sentences. A speech is sour, but silence is gold. This, you can use this word a lot of, in a lot of different ways. If you can see the synonyms, opposite, contrast, and all those are synonyms for this particular word. Let's hear that.
Repetition in structure to show contrast. There is not a liberal America or a conservative America. There is one America.
There is not a black America and a white America and Latino America and Asian America. There's the United States of America. The pundits like to slice and dice our country into red states and blue states, but I've got news for them too. We worship an awesome God in the blue states, and we don't like federal agents poking around in our libraries in the red states. We coach Little League in the blue states, and yes, we've got some gay friends in the red states. We are one people, all of us pledging allegiance to the Stars and Stripes, all of us defending the United States of America.
The way he uses his hands, he actually points a lot and does a lot of this, a lot of this, a lot of that.
In doing so, he gives off this sense of energy. I am new. I'm someone who is dynamic.
And he doesn't do that so much anymore. He's a little more solemn and reserved.
And here, if you can see that word, he used dynamic. Do you know that word dynamic? This is really a great way, great vocabulary to learn. It's like can be also used an adjective, noun. Okay, so in here as an adjective describes someone that is constantly changing, full of energy or powerful. If you can see, that person is dynamic means that person is powerful. If you can see, she is a dynamic leader who inspires her team. And the city has a dynamic culture with many influences. And markets are dynamic, always shifting and evolving. It can also mean forceful, active, or effective because he gave a dynamic performance on stage. It means active performance, effective performance, like that. It can also be used as a noun. Like you see, refers to the forces or interactions that cause change in a system. Examples: the family dynamic changed after the baby was born. We need to understand the group dynamics to solve the problem. Because see, the power dynamic between boss and employee is clear, right? If you can see synonyms, adjective, energetic, lively, and powerful, vibrant, adaptable. Okay. As a noun, you can see interaction, relationship, force, chemistry. Alright? Now, you can also say they have a dynamic relationship, means very. Oh, this is really powerful. He used word. Do you know this word? Yeah? Cynicism. This is really one of the great word. It means cynicism is a noun. Okay? This is a noun. If you can see in here, so a belief or attitude that people are selfish, dishonest, or not only motivated by their own interests, not by good intentions. Like you see, it can also mean distrust, negativity, or skepticism about people's sincerity or society. Like, a belief or attitude that people are selfish, cynicism. If you can see in here, if you can see in here, I'm gonna share this video. So yes, said if you can see, participate in a politics of cynicism, or do we participate in, right? This is a really good way to learn English. And cynicism, okay? Okay, cynicism. Cynicism. Okay, now let's see. Okay, let's watch this.
In a politics of hope. It's the hope of slaves sitting around a fire singing freedom songs. The hope of immigrants setting out for distant shores.
Here he used the word immigrants. Do you know that word? Immigrants? Yeah? Let's look into that word. And this is really one of the most important word if you wanna migrate. So in here, meaning of immigrant is a person who moves to live permanently in a foreign country, to settle, work, or build a new life. Okay, so immigrants, more than one person who has moved to another country. This is the plural for immigrants, okay? Examples: the US has many immigrants from different parts of the world. Immigrants often face challenges adjusting to a new culture. In Canada welcomes thousands of immigrants every year. Means they allow immigrants means to live permanently in their country, right? Many immigrants send money back home to support their families. Synonyms, if you can see: newcomers, settlers, migrants, foreign arrivals. So these are really, if you can see in here, yeah, there are related words. Immigrate. Immigrate is a word to move to a foreign country. They decided to immigrate to Australia. They are trying to move to foreign country. Immigrate. Next, immigration is something, the act of moving into different country. We can see the government is making new immigration policies. And now, immigrant. Immigrant is a person who leaves their own country to live elsewhere. As an immigrant, he left India and became an immigrant in Canada. Right? He left India and he went to different country, which is Canada. Alrighty? Let's see.
The hope of a young naval lieutenant bravely patrolling the Mekong Delta. The hope of a mill worker's son who dares to defy the odds. The hope of a skinny kid with a funny name who believes that America has a place.
Did you hear how he said skinny kid? Do you know that word skinny kid? Skinny means, like, if you see, yeah, skinny means is an as an adjective. It can also be used as a noun. If you are skinny, it means that you are too thin, very thin, sometimes too thin. Like she looked skinny after being sick, means she looked so thin. And also, he was tall and skinny with long legs. That dog is too skinny. It needs more food. And can also mean tight fitting, like something skinny, especially clothes. Like he wore skinny jeans, okay, which is tight fitting. Now, let's see as a noun. This is slang informal. The skinny is the real truth, facts, or information. Tell me the skinny. Tell me the skinny about the what happened last night. Is real truth, facts, or information. Tell me the skinny about what happened last night. If you can mean in here, it has two meanings. Okay, verb as a noun. If you use it as a noun, the skinny means real truth, facts, and information. Okay, synonyms: thin, slim, lean, like that. Okay, let's see. Let's get into the speech.
For him too. Hope, hope in the face of difficulty, hope in the face of uncertainty, the audacity of hope.
His appearance at that convention, which was the best speech of the convention, better than John Kerry's, was electrifying. And without it, he wouldn't be president.
I think sincerity means a lot. There are people who, when they speak the truth as they see it, and they're very effective doing that.
I believe this country will reclaim its promise and out of this long political darkness, a brighter day will come. Thank you very much, everybody. God bless you.
I hope you enjoyed this video, and this is really one of the powerful speech that you might have ever heard, right? So thank you so much. I hope this video helped you, and I'm gonna see you in the next video with some more vocabulary and some more grammar tips. And that's all for today. I'm gonna see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.